Spring break is coming soon for many of our families, so we're here to share some ideas for local trips to make the most out of your extra family time together. We have Brian Casto, West Virginia history teacher and West Virginia History Teacher of the Year, and Dr. Ashley Stevens from Cabell County Schools. Great to see you all.
Good to see you.
Yeah, okay, so Ashley, why do you think it's so important to fit in, some together time over spring break?
That is exactly the reason, because we have extra opportunity just to be together. So whether you can, take a whole week and you're going someplace exciting, or you can just sneak away for a day or an evening trip, those shared memories are kind of the fabric that, are going to make up our children's childhood, and they also give us chances to have conversations.
Yeah.
That bored time, the in the car forever, those are the times when our kids kind of, bring a lot to the table. So anytime we can prioritize that, it's wonderful. And especially if you're wandering through their home. It creates a special pride and wonder when you get to see the great things that are right here in our backyard.
Yes, and someone who knows a lot about these areas. We've got Brian here. Brian, talk about some fun day trips, just an easy little getaway for families.
So a great day trip is headed down to Beckley, West Virginia, along the Turnpike, and there's the Beckley Exhibition Coal Mine.
Oh, yeah.
It's really neat. They have taken an old house from an old company town. You can walk through that. There's a company church. There's a museum. There's even a children's museum. And my favorite part is, of course, you can actually take a ride into a real coal mine. And it's perfectly safe. It's really interesting. I think all ages. The kids will love it. At one point, they turn the lights off, so you see how dark it is. And they love that. It's just a great little trip. And then if you go on down the road, you can end up in Lewisburg at Lost World Caverns.
Yeah,
and Lost World Caverns is amazing. It's a self-paced tour where you can walk through a cave. It's a really interesting story and something that people I don't think realize is something in West Virginia. And it's one of those places where when it's really hot outside, it's always nice and cold inside of a cave.
That's a great idea. It really is. So those are good day trip ideas. What if you have a little more time for even more adventure?
So Blackwater Falls State Park is a must-stop in West Virginia. It's always popular no matter what time of year you go there. And what we love about it as a family is once you go there, you can use that as your central location. You can go to Blackwater Falls themselves. You can go to the lodge. There's another beautiful waterfall called Ellicala Falls, which is my personal favorite. And then in the surrounding area, you've got Canaan Valley Resort. You can drive down the road and end up in Spruce Knob or Seneca Rocks. There's just so many beautiful things in our state that you can see from that area.
Yeah, it's right here in our own back door, really. Where can families find ideas like this? Because you have a great website, all your social media. Tell them how they can find this and maybe get some ideas for their next trip.
So we've gone on a lot of trips as a family, and every time we go, I take it on my camera and we film them. So if you go to YouTube or Facebook, you can search Where in West Virginia is Mr. Casto.
I love it.
There's plenty of trips that we've taken all around the state, whether you like hiking or checking out, your more conventional stops in the state.
That's great. Do your kids, do you think, have a favorite of all the trips?
They love Blackwater Falls and Seneca Rocks because there are lots of rocks to climb. So they love climbing on all the rocks, from the size of this to the size of the dam. They just love it.
Rocks are always good. Any final reminders or thoughts, Dr. Stevens, about how families can really take advantage of this time together?
This time can get very, very long when we're all kind of captured together without an agenda. So I would just encourage you to make plans for adventure, include your kids in the conversations. Everything is more fun when they feel like they got to help you pick it out.
Yeah.
So whether you're grabbing a map and, kind of spinning it around to pick a place, or you're asking them, what have we not seen yet that you're excited about? Just include them in the process and get out and have fun.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Stevens and Brian Casto, thanks so much for stopping by and getting everybody ready for spring break.
We're excited. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.